Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I have another episode of the biggest robberies in boxing, where I revisit and rescore controversial and disputed fights. Today I'll be talking about what many label as the biggest robbery in 2023. Of course, it's none other than Devin Haney versus Vasily Lomachenko. Now, unlike the previous episode, the Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall fight, I actually watched this fight live. So, I thought it was a great fight, a close fight, but I had Loma winning 115, 113. But, a lot of time has passed now, and I see a lot of people online commenting that Devin most definitely won this fight. And, to be honest, I started doubting my memories. Maybe I was just remembering the fight wrong. So I decided to watch the fight again and rescore it, and so I did. And man, even though I've seen the fight already, I still got that excited, giddy feeling when the fight was starting, as if it was the first time I was watching it. So I don't know about you guys, but to me, this matchup has to be the best of 2023, or at least top 3. But enough of that, let's get to scoring. So the first round finally starts, and right away Haney wanted to establish his power. He was sitting down in the shots so as to let Loma know he isn't messing around, that he has a little bit of pop. He got some good body shots in to start the round, but Loma was very aggressive. It was looking for a way inside. Loma had 2 or 3 flurries where he landed a shot or 2, and Haney started the round being aggressive, but turned it down a little bit and opted to look for a counter once he felt that Loma wasn't gonna be pushed back. Loma's flurry at the end of the round edged him the round from me. Nobody landed anything super hard, but Loma caught Haney clean more and was more active. So round 1, though it was close, I gave it to Loma. I gave round 2 to Haney as he lands a good body shot in the first minute of the round. He also has some very good counters as Loma was trying to close the gap. Haney was also working the body most of the round. Loma did throw a couple flurries in the round to score some points and a good counter jab at around the 50-second mark. But the way I saw it was that Loma landed more scoring shots, but Haney was sitting down on his punches, and his counters were the more damaging and effective shots. So Haney wins a close round 2 from me. Loma wins round 3. He landed a short combination on Haney at around a 2-minute mark and a couple of solid lefts shortly after. Haney got a couple of hooks in the final minute of the round, but he had his head snapped back by an uppercut at around the 40-second mark. There was a couple flashy sequences in the last 30 seconds of the round, but nothing landed for either men. I actually watched this round twice because it was a swing round at first, but I watched it a second time and it was a clear Loma round. A lot of Haney's punches looked or sounded like they landed, but they really didn't. Him throwing power shots, as well as the noises he makes when he exhales to throw a punch, the made it seem like he landed his shots, but in reality most of them were blocked or slipped. Loma controlled most of the round and landed more, but Haney did land the hardest and cleanest shot with his left hook at the 45-second mark. The 4th round opens up with Haney landing a nice body shot, but Loma had himself a nice sequence in the 2-minute and 30-second mark. Nothing too significant landed, but he definitely scored some points. Loma lands a left straight and blocked Haney's counter and lands a short right hook as Haney was trying to escape the ropes, and another right hand landed for him at around the 40-second mark. Haney looked to have ended the round better, but it was more so because of the same reason I gave y'all in the previous round. It was more of an illusion than a reality. So Loma wins the 4th round for me as well. Now in the 5th round, Haney started strong. He was more active, but his punches were blocked or slipped. Haney definitely, landed some good shots in this round. A couple body shots, a nice sequence even, and a nice uppercut. But Loma landed his own left hands, his own jabs, his own body shots, and a couple of 1-2s. Haney was busy with the jab, but nothing was landing, and ultimately it was ineffective because Loma had 0 issues cutting the distance and getting in. So I gave the 5th round to Loma as well. So I'm watching, right? And I remember when I watched this fight live, I had Haney winning most of the early rounds. Now on my second watch, Loma is winning most of them. But I will say that I am using the pause and rewind button a lot to see if punches really did land or not. And, guys, I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but Loma is either blocking or slipping most of Haney's punches. Some punches that Haney was throwing, he wasn't even in range to land on Loma, and some barely grazed Loma. In the first 5 rounds, Loma was very, very elusive, and when Haney did land on Loma, he wasn't phased. Loma also looks like he was just in full control of the fight, as if everything was going to plan. He's making Haney do what he wants Haney to do. You know, he was the ring general. You can see Haney was still trying to figure him out, while Loma looked very calm, very composed, like everything he was doing was for a reason. He looked very calculated and cerebral with his movements. But anyways, on to round 6. Haney started the round very well by landing 2 or 3 body shots and finished it off well with some more body shots and jabs. He also had a very nice sequence to cap off the round. I gave round 6 to Haney, but Loma did land his own counters and even snapped Haney's head back with his left hand at around the 1 minute and 15 second mark. But Haney was the aggressor. He was more active and landed more effective shots. Now round 7 was a close one. Loma lands 2 head-snapping left hands in the first minute and had success in the 2 exchanges, but Haney controlled most of the round and landed the hardest shot. You know, it was a left hook at around the 22nd mark. This was a close round, but I gave it to Haney. In round 8, Loma lands a strong combination and briefly stuns Haney, and then lands another big left hand at around the 1 minute and 37 second mark. But, you know, Haney does land a couple of body shots as well. And one of the most clever things I've seen in a while was actually, you know, Loma backing up. He backed up a little bit to lure Haney in, and as soon as Haney takes a forward step, Loma snaps his head back with a jab. This happened near the end of the round. Round 8 is Loma's round, as he lands more, and most of the shots that he did land were eye-catching. Round 9 was another close round that I gave to Devin. I liked his work in the first half of the round. He landed a left hook, a couple body shots, and a couple jabs. Loma also had his moments. He landed 3 clean left hands, and a couple of them snapped Haney's head back. Both did good work this round, but Haney's activity won him this very, very close round. Now, round 10 was an interesting round because I remember when I watched it live, I had it an easy Loma round, but this time around it was much closer. It was pretty much a dead round where the highlight was definitely Loma's combination at the 1 minute 55 second mark, but Haney was more active and he actually looked real sharp. He was throwing sharp punches, but they were just all blocked by Loma. So yeah, Haney was more active this round, but he landed nothing noteworthy. So Loma wins this round with his combination alone. Now round 11 was quite a good round for Loma. It was a very solid round for Loma. He landed a ton of shots here. Too many to count, if I'm being honest. He was picking Devin apart and was landing at will to the body and head. Honestly, a beautiful, dominating round by Loma, one which I honestly even considered giving him a 10-8 round for, but I didn't. It was that dominant though. Haney was still in the fight. He was still aware. He was still throwing, but Loma had his number in this round. It was not even close. Loma wins round 11. Now the 12th and final round. It was a fun round, but nothing significant landed for either man in my opinion. Maybe Loma landed a couple clean shots, but Haney worked consistently the whole round and imposed himself. So I gave round 12 to Devin Haney. It was a great finish by the champion, especially after the beating he got from the previous round. The fight finally finishes, and yo, Haney looks a little bit concerned in my opinion. You can see it in this guy's eyes, yo. He doesn't have the best poker face, Haney. Loma, on the other hand, looks calm but confident, as if he was, you know, trying to contain his happiness before the decision. And maybe I'm reading too much into it. Nah, I'm definitely reading too much into it, but Haney was bouncing back and forth like he's anxious for the decision. I personally believe that's due to uncertainty, you know, like unassuredness. But I digress. For my official scorecard, I had it 115, 113, and then you. Yeah, guys, I had it 115, 113 for Loma. Loma won the fight. Here's my scorecard, guys, and as you can see, I had 4 close rounds, them being rounds 1, 2, 7, and 9. And 3 of the 4 rounds I gave to Devin Haney. So this scorecard could have been more lopsided in favor of Loma, but yes, in my opinion, Loma should have won this fight. It was a close fight, but there was a clear winner. I had Loma winning when I watched it live, and I had him winning when I studied the fight closely. But would I call it a robbery? Honestly, because of Dave Moretti's 116-112 scorecard in favor of Devin Haney, I would say yes. This was a robbery. Loma was the clear winner. And for him to have only given Loma 4 rounds, like, are you serious? That's unacceptable. And like, yo, the crowd, the fans, after the announcement of the decision, the cheer to boo ratio was so lopsided. Like, they're interviewing Devin, but the boos drowned out the mic. You couldn't even hear Devin. And after the fight, I remember the amount of fighters and boxing pugilists who thought Loma won. And I'm talking about the likes of Shakur, Bud, Jorge Linares, Keyshawn Davis, Jermaine Ortiz, etc. All the people that predicted Loma to lose was saying that Loma should have won. But yes, to me, though it was a competitive fight with some difficult rounds to score for sure, there is one true and clear winner, and that is Vasily Lomachenko. And that is a damn shame that he didn't get the decision. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. What did you guys think of the fight? What fight do you guys want me to revisit and rescore next? Drop it down in the comments below, and please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great day.
Lomachenko should be undisputed champion. He won.
Wow.
He won. He won that fight.